updates this morning, and thank you for coming, ladies and gentlemen. You may remember that last fall, in the midst of the billion-dollar eHealth scandal, the Liberals attempted to bury another scandal. While the Auditor General was speaking, Liberals were busy dropping boxes of documents all over Queen's Park. Included in those boxes was an audit from Cancer Care Ontario, which showed many of the same consulting contracting firms and spending practices that we saw at eHealth were also occurring and being hired by Cancer Care Ontario. Some of you may remember the $75 cupcakes and the multiple staff picnics that were expensed to taxpayers. In the days following, Cancer Care Ontario confirmed that eHealth culprits, Liberal-friendly Courtyard, and Accenture were among the guilty parties. Public accounts reveals that in the last 3 years alone, Cancer Care Ontario spent over $100 million on consulting contracts. The Ontario PC Caucus has filed Freedom of Information requests with Cancer Care Ontario to obtain a list of these contracts. These FOIs are due back to us in the coming days, and again, we expect to see more of the same from the McGuinty Liberals. We are already hearing reports that the Liberals are busily preparing another document dump, including the Ontario PC Caucus's FOIs at Cancer Care Ontario. That dump could happen as early as this afternoon. In the months since the Auditor General's report on the eHealth scandal, we have seen these same Liberal-friendly firms benefit from healthcare dollars at the LHINs and at Ontario hospitals. In the coming days, I expect we'll see more of the same. This time, it'll be at Cancer Care Ontario. Any comments or questions on that?
So
this is all kind of think something might happen. We're worried about it now.
Yeah, we're worried about a dump, and we want the Ontario taxpayers to know that in spite of Dalton McGuinty refusing to endorse or even talk about our truth in government legislation that was proposed by Mr. Hudak back in April, in spite of the fact that he's not lived up to his commitment to put these expenses and consulting contracts online as Mr. Hudak has committed to do, we want the Ontario taxpayer to know that through our Freedom of Information requests, the PC Caucus and Mr. Hudak in particular are doing our best to uncover these expenditures to particularly Liberal-friendly consulting firms. And we don't want that lost in the malaise of a super dump that's probably coming any day now. We certainly expect it in the Liberals' hope that with an overload of information, the public won't receive all the facts that they're entitled to.
So let me get this straight. You're saying the Liberals are going to take a big dump on the taxpayer?
They're going to try and do the best they can to get the issue off the pages and off the TVs as quickly as they can. And one of the ways they do that is they dump a lot of information all at once, including our Freedom of Information request, which we think the public are entitled to